So normally I don't like to talk about Fire Emblem Heroes because I think the gacha model is disgusting, dehumanizing, and exploitative. For more details on that, I uploaded a video called The Only Fire Emblem Heroes Video I Want to Upload. And then I uploaded another video anyway, because there were so many civil responses that I wanted to continue the debate a little further. I was hoping that will be the last one. But the latest banner released by Heroes is so gross and so over the line that I wanted to make another video about it. So what's happened? For the three of you who aren't following the news, here's the long and short of it. They made another bridal banner where Fire Emblem characters dress up as brides. The characters they picked for this, out of all the options they had, were Ninian from Blazing Blade, Tharja from Awakening, and Sanaki from Path of Radiance. They're deservedly getting some heat for that last pick because in Path of Radiance, Sanaki is 10 years old, canonically. No dragon shenanigans, no technically an adult excuse, she's 10, end of story. Radiant Dawn, where she's more like 13, wasn't young enough for them, they had to go with her Path of Radiance appearance. I'm gonna try not to spend this whole video ranting about why this is wrong on so many levels, and I would prefer to focus on the bigger picture, but just to get across how wrong this is, they made the conscious choice to put a child well below any age of consent anywhere in a wedding dress. They could have chosen one of a bazillion other characters, male or female, and they went with this. They went through probably dozens of meetings, a lot of different people were involved, and in the end, the decision was made to put Sanaki in a wedding dress. Not Alincia, not Guinevere, not Lachesis, they picked Sanaki for this one. They could have gone with a different approach, maybe make her a flower girl? Nope, she's a bride. A defense I've seen sometimes is that Sanaki is just playing pretend like young kids tend to do. She just likes the dress, it's pretty, everyone else is dressing up for a wedding after all. Now from my experience as someone who works with kids, this is definitely something that 5, 6, 7, maybe 8-year-olds do. But Sanaki is 10, and she's also pretty mature for her age, given the position in Benyon she has and all the decisions we see her make in Path of Radiance. You can try chalking it up to cultural differences between the Western world and Japan, or even Europe and the US, but I think this is a stretch. But even if there was a reasonable explanation for this, it doesn't excuse it. What makes it so offensive to me is not that Sanaki is literally depicted as a child bride, but that the game is flirting with the idea but barely avoiding the straight up message. They're avoiding just having her saying, yes I do to the self-insert summoner, but they put the thought in your head with this line right here, don't get any weird ideas.
This outfit is just for the festival. Don't get any weird ideas.
This shows that they know perfectly well what they're doing, and just in case that wasn't clear, they want this association to be made. There is this very sensible post on the Fire Emblem Heroes subreddit that I will link down below about this concept. It doesn't matter a whole lot what kind of explanations the fanbase or the developer can offer. They knowingly put this out there, knowing they were linking the concepts a child and marriage, and that's gross enough for me. And if you don't think they meant to link marriage and sex, or sex appeal, Tharja's on this banner too. So, this is all the time I want to spend on talking about Sanaki herself, and now I'd like to devote a little bit to Heroes itself, and why they probably decided to go with the route they did. This banner is not a standalone incident, it's part of a pattern of controversies that pop up every once in a while when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, the two big controversies that I remember are Halloween Noe and the whole Ira debacle. This is pure speculation on my part, but I think they're just trying to find where the line is. See, I saw a couple of longtime fans on the sub who basically said as much as this is where I draw the line. Intelligent Systems as a company is experimenting to see just how controversial they can make things before it actually costs them money. When they say they care about feedback, they mean every kind of feedback. Not just the written part you can send in on their website, but things like how many people purchase orbs during a banner, how many orbs are spent on a banner, what colors did they get spent on, how much written feedback comes in. This kind of data collection you'd normally associate with like Google or Facebook. They want to know where the line is, what gets people to actually stop playing and stop spending money. And when I say people, I mostly mean those who spend like thousands of dollars, the wills, as probably most of you know them. And the people that keep this game adrift, those are the customers they need to keep happy. Sure, they also need the others to play the game, to keep it fun, maintain an existing community, generate arena opponents, and so on. But unless there is an absolute mass exodus, it's looking like they can get away with whatever they want. If the current controversy is anything like the last few, here's what's going to happen. Most people are going to keep playing. Some people might be angry enough to leave negative feedback, some people might not pull Sanaki's color, they might not pull at all, but they will probably just spend their orbs on another banner instead. So at the end of the day, what is there to discourage them from doing shit like this? Why would they not keep releasing controversial shit like this? In fact, I think the occasional controversy helps them more than it hurts them. This very video is being made because of the controversy. I am playing right into their hands. Remember, every kind of publicity is good publicity. This keeps people talking about the game, looking at the game, maybe seeing the videos in your YouTube feed. Making controversial choices is actually beneficial for them. Of course, I don't have access to their exact sales numbers or anything, but I think it's a better explanation than them trying to pander extra hard to the, let's just call it the Noe crowd, so to speak. I think you know what I mean. If that was the case, that would make this all even worse. So if this game had a normal business model, this kind of stuff could actually hurt them, because the consumer has the power to vote with their wallet. If every consumer spent roughly the same amount of money on their product, a large number of them could take some kind of action, be it negative feedback, not purchasing anything, not spending orbs. It could all mean something, but as it is, it doesn't matter, as long as they don't piss off too many big spenders to the point where they stop. And for these reasons, I'm not even going to try doing a big call to action. I only reach a very small fraction of the Fire Emblem fanbase and the Fire Emblem Heroes fanbase as a whole, and only a fraction of that will agree with me to the point of doing anything. That's not meant to be accusatory in any way, that's just human nature. But I will say this, if you occasionally spend money on Fire Emblem Heroes to support the franchise, the developers, perhaps in the hope that they will use the money to increase the budget for the next installment of the main series, realize that there is no evidence to support that actually being the case. However, it does seem to be used to pay people who agreed to put a 10-year-old in a wedding dress because they thought they could earn money that way. Thank you for watching.